Hey everyone, welcome back to Poplar Preparedness. Recently I did a video going out and visiting my brother who is not a prepper or super into preparedness, a solar generator, and I delivered an Aldi P2001 to him for him and his family to have in case they have any power outages out there. There was a number of questions that you guys had, so we're going to be going over your questions, kind of answering them. Some of them are going to be related to this power station, but a lot of them are going to be related to just solar generators in general. I'm also going to give you some kind of like tips and tricks to using a solar generator like this. And I do want to also toss out there that that Aldi is actually having a sale starting right now through the 27th of this month, where this unit would actually be down 15% from its usual price, down to $1,274. So this is a 2,000 watt generator, 2,000 watt hours as well. So it's actually a really good deal. Actually, it's a Black Friday kind of deal. So this can be hooked up just to regular power. You can use your own solar panels because it comes with the MC4 connectors that go to a regular solar panel, and then of course you can daisy chain the solar panels together, so you can put a bunch of solar panels onto this unit that you purchase from Amazon. You can get just like the cheap $85 ones off Amazon and daisy chain up a couple 100 watters and kind of feed it directly into here, as opposed to buying the expensive folding ones. All right, so questions you guys have. First question was, can I use the solar panels indoors? Can I, whether you're in an apartment, whether you don't have outdoors, whether you're just trying to be super sneaky, super stealthy, or whether you just don't have anywhere outside to put them. If you have like big bay windows and you have a place that's just getting sun all day long, kind of your living room or whatever, you can use your solar panels indoors. There will be decreased efficiency. However, it's going to depend a little bit on like the tinting that you have on your windows. Some windows have UV coating on them, which is going to decrease the efficiency of the solar panels because it's going to block some of the light frequency coming in. If it has tinting on it, that's going to also decrease the efficiency. If there's blinds, if you can't keep them in direct sunlight, that's going to also decrease efficiency. So you can do it. Is that the optimal thing to do? If you have the choice between indoors and outdoors, you probably want to put them outdoors, generally speaking. But it can be done indoors as well. Okay, would the folding solar panel work inside behind a window? Sorry, that was the question. The solar battery, how will it handle an EMP? Now, the batteries themselves would actually survive the EMP, generally speaking. I guess there is a slight chance that the thing could catch fire if it's a powerful enough EMP. However, what's going to really cause problems in here is going to be the circuitry and the chips and all that, and some of the wiring inside the battery pack. So most likely, an EMP would damage the circuitry and the computer components. You might have to open the thing up and actually cannibalize the battery packs, the lithium iron phosphate batteries from inside. You might have to build your own kind of thing out of the thing. So that's a possibility. And then there's a follow-up question, what would you do to kind of EMP harden this? If you don't need it outside, if you want to put it into storage, you can put it, if you're going to wrap it up in aluminum foil, first, put a cardboard box around it, okay? Because anything that the aluminum foil touches, it defeats the whole point of the EMP shield. You need to have an air gap between the aluminum foil and the device itself. Optimally, you'll have multiple layers of metal sheets going out. So if you wanted to like super harden this, you would put it in a cardboard box, wrap the cardboard box with aluminum foil, make sure there's no gaps, and then put that aluminum foiled box inside either another box or a blanket or something like that, and then aluminum foil it again. Or in a closet that you put aluminum foil up all the way around. Make sure that there's no air gaps once again, and then so it's a completely sealed thing. EMP shielding is from everything I've studied about it, it's best to do multiple layers in air gap. The quality of the layers is important. So the thicker the layer is of conductive material, the better it's going to perform. But it's better to have two thin layers with an air gap or insulator in between them, right? Something that won't allow the electrons to flow between. Having multiple thin layers that aren't all that great are better than having one very sturdy, great layer that may have a little flaw in it. The one big layer can actually build up a charge on it, and that can act as a capacitor to jump over the air gap and actually cause magnetic interference and charges to build up inside. Even though there's that air gap, it's not that the electricity is going through it, but it acts like a capacitor, and you have a certain charge build up on one side, and what will happen is it will start causing the electronics to build up an opposing charge on the inside, just like a capacitor would do. So that's why multiple air gaps, it's actually better to kind of protect that. So that's how I would protect a unit like this. But then there's also the whole thing of like in an EMP environment, is it just better just to plan not to have power? And that's a real question there too, because this might be more for kind of like an intermediary blackout kind of thing. Whereas if you're in the EMP world, no one's going to have anything that's working. Like everything basically is going to be busted. If it's a heavy EMP that hit your area, everything's going to be busted. Will you really have? What are you going to run on your power, right? It's better probably, in my mind, to have just some components. All I'm going to really need to do is just basically charge my radio, power my radios, and power some lights, and that's about it. This is kind of overkill for that. This is more to keep a refrigerator running, keep a freezer going, and kind of live in some relative comfort if there's just a regular blackout. If you're doing this for SHTF, yeah, you can wrap it all up and you can pack it all up. It comes in a box, so you can kind of pack it up in that box it comes in and figure out how to kind of work that out to EMP harden it. That goes for, like I said, for pretty much all of these solar generators. That's going to be relatively similar. There's a question about a 5,000 BTU air conditioning unit. You could run a 5,000 BTU air conditioner, which from my Google search says that it should be running about 450 watts. If you run that continuously, a 2,000 watt hour battery, you're looking at just over 4 hours of continuous use for this unit running that AC unit. Now that could save your life in a situation where heat is killing. So if you need that for medical purposes, that may be something that you want to go with. But if you're looking at AC running during power blackouts, you might want to be looking more at like a conventional generator, because you're going to need a lot of oomph to kind of really get that going and keep that going. So if you had a conventional generator that runs on gas or on propane, you're probably better off than one of these units. For comparable prices, for about $500, you can probably get a conventional generator. The big benefit of this is that you can refill this off of solar. So if that's kind of what you're thinking, then that's great. If you're looking more just for emergency use during a blackout to keep AC running, medical stuff, you might want to work with a conventional generator on that. All right, some things to think about when you're storing these things. You do want to it's a lithium iron phosphate battery, and to really get the longest life out of these things you can, which is like 4,000 charge cycles, you want to discharge and recharge this unit every 6 months or so. Also, if you want to store it long term and you want to get the optimal life expectancy out of it, you want to have it charged about 50%, because the cells kind of swell up when they're charged, and that can put a little strain on the thing. But I store mine 100% charged. That's just because that's what it's there for. But also you can use this as a uninterruptible power supply. So you can plug this into the wall to charge, and then you can also plug this into critical infrastructure like your computer or whatever you definitely don't want to run out of, whether it's a CPAP machine or medical equipment or something like that. That way, if the power goes out, this thing will still keep feeding whatever it is with power, and you won't have your power go out on that. So that's another thing that you can use these things for. Like I said, up on Amazon, they have these on sale, down for $1,274. You don't need a coupon code or anything. You can just click on the link down there and you can go check that out over there. That is good through Sunday, the 27th. All right, folks, if you found this video to be useful, helpful, you might want to check out another video from me right here. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Steve Poplar, out.